Welcome to this part of our topic on bitterness. If you've not watched the first part, please check the description below. You shall see the link and you can watch it as we walk this journey. On this part, we are going to look at the signs that you are bitter. How do you know that you are bitter? You know, sometimes some of these things hibernate in our hearts and we think we are okay when actually we are not okay. I'm not talking about bitterness as one who is perfect from it. I have fought bitterness in the past and I am not bitterness proof. I don't know when next something will happen and prompt me to go walk that path, and it is not a good path to walk in. Let us be informed about this enemy called bitterness that steals our joy, breaks our hearts, demoralizes us and makes us lose sight about life. So in this video, I intend to handle the different manifestations of bitterness. How do I know I am bitter? What are some of the signs that I am bitter? Perhaps these and many more that you may know. You can comment and tell me what else do you know about the causes of bitterness. Let's sharpen one another. They say iron sharpens iron, and we can sharpen one another and be able to navigate through life. It's a matter of helping one another. So let's go straight to the signs of bitterness, and that I'll look at is irritability, or commonly known as tantrums. This is the being easily angered. You're passing by someone, you just touch them by mistake and they blow up at you. That person is bitter. Sometimes even they get petty. Sometimes the things they get angry about do not even qualify to take that so much energy dwelling on. Someone gets petty when they are bitter. Do you know someone that has such a kind of behavior? Then it is good that you talk to them, approach them, and know whether there is something else beyond what they are expressing. Have you ever seen something happens, and the way they blow up, you wonder whether it is that thing or there was something else that was planned? That is one of the impact or the sign. The other sign that someone is bitter is anger. Now, let's say, for clarification, that anger is different from tantrums. Tantrums is emotional blow up. Someone just blows up. Someone is petty, about small things. But in anger, this one is expressed in hostility towards other people. You become hostile towards other people. Some people even withdraw from people because they are bitter, they are angry. You look at someone and you can't handle them with love. It is impossible to love when you are bitter. Instead of love is replaced with bitterness. So someone gets negativity. A bitter person emits a lot of negative energy. When you do for them many good things, it messes with one. They will focus on the one. They are so much into people's weaknesses rather than their strengths. They can never talk to you about your strengths. They will actually always point out your weaknesses. A bitter heart is negative. They focus on mistakes rather than what was done right. They focus on weaknesses rather than strengths. It is an impact of bitterness. The other sign of bitterness is defensiveness. People get defensive when they are bitter. Anytime we want to point out their mistake, they want to prove that they are not wrong. And even before they know your point, they catch it on the way. They don't allow you to take your point home. They get even offended at correction. It is hard to correct or even to rebuke with love someone who is bitter. Last one that you want to look at is painful memory. If any time you remember an occurrence, you remember it with pain, you are bitter. There are things that happened in the past. Perhaps it's a broken relationship, and even today when you remember it, you feel pain, you feel angered, or someone wronged you or betrayed you. And anytime you remember the incident, something in you tells you, go back to that person and start the argument afresh. You are bitter. It's a painful memory, nostalgia. it comes as a result of bitterness, and it is actually fueled by unforgiveness. When you are bitter, the pain that you feel anytime you remember that occurrence is as a result of unforgiveness. You've not forgiven that person, you've not even forgiven yourself, and it is one of the characteristics of a bitter person. So, up to this point, are you bitter? And there are things that have been pointed out, and you can feel them deep in you that this area is me. I'm struggling with this. Is there something of the sort? The best thing to do with bitterness is to deal with it. Confront it. Don't cover it in your heart. Just confront it and deal with it so that you can heal. So in our next video, we are going to look at how to handle bitterness and also the dangers of bitterness. So subscribe so that you don't